this month we start do some guard, play guard. So first I want your guys for the new guys understand a little bit the concept of the guard in general. No, I think it's easy when you talk about like guard in the boxing, you know what is guard. It's the arm and your face, that's the guard. But you need to imagine for Jiu-Jitsu is almost the same meaning. So the guard used for defending, but used for attack in the same way. So from the box perspective, the attack is the punching, but for Jiu-Jitsu perspective, it can be sweeping, or can be submission, or can be take the back, as example. So you need to take like, look at that way, what is guard. So, and the same thing we did in the stand-up before, and the guard have like three distance too, okay? For example, like I said, the first thing I can use my guard as for defending, or I can use for start attack, yeah? Or attack for sweeping or do something. That's the idea for the guard. So I need to be able to recognize when I need to defend, when I need to attack. The same way when you go with the boxing, okay? And the distance, we can basically have like three distance. One distance is far away distance, can be like foot and the biceps and that way spider guard, can be the foot and the hips controlled that way. This is the far away distance. A little bit more midway distance is more like that kind of half guard, for example, or if you go like De La Riva, it can be like, it can be like the middle distance too, a little bit more midway, or have like really short distance. So basically, like the short distance is more like or deep half guard or really close guard. So this month we work for the close guard. We start for the short and for the close guard. You start understand how to use the close guard. The close guard is, of course, you can use like for a little bit like long distance too, like that way, or close distance that way. But I think the close guard is more efficient way to use is close weight distance. Okay, if you go more like have more space that way, you can use different guard. So I think the strong thing about the close guard is how to use to have like close distance. We go spend more time and use like close distance and that situation from the close guard, but you need to learn a little bit like far away distance too, okay? So the first training you go start to do is how to use the hips. Now see, if you start come close too much to me and put the weight, for example, if they're a really big guy, I want to smash me that way, if I keep that way, I feel like all his weight on me. So I need to know how to use my leg and my hips to create distance. And see how I don't touch my hips in the ground. So when it start come close to me, I be able to have that distance. And the same idea, for example, if you want to punch me, in the self-defense, for example, I able to have like a distance, you go punch me, I have distance to protect. If I stay my hips in the ground, it's easy, he's come close to me, okay? So the first thing I want your guys learn is how to lift the hips and how keep the distance from him, okay? You start that way, he start come close to you, you'll be longer that way, or he start stand up, he put all the weight on me. Now you need to be able to keep that distance. And see the difference when I don't have the hips, okay, he start put the weight on me, see that difference too. You start here again, and start lift the hips again and create distance. I want your guys just start play one this, okay? First, far away distance, okay? So take the partner and start this.